The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is an NWA RPW Heavyweight Championship #1 contenders match. Introducing first, from Hawaii, Micah Taylor. Micah Taylor. His opponent led to ringside by Sal Rinauro and Miss Allie, Adonis. Adonis. One fall, #1 contendership.
Well, fans, you saw just preceding this, we saw a little in-ring segment, Sal Rinauro introducing the lovely Miss Allie, who now is the owner-operator of Allie's Angels LLC, and her first acquisition, Adonis, formerly known at another time as Mr. Big, one time perhaps the judge, you never know, might have been, might not have been. But right now, he's got a real contest. Micah Taylor had thrown out an open challenge, announced he'd take on anybody, even threw some names out there last time. But it's Adonis that's going to face Micah Taylor for that #1 contendership for the Rampage Pro Wrestling Heavyweight title. That title's on the line next week's main event.
Yeah, and I thought Adonis was going to be Charlie Cash's opponent for Kyle Matthews. And
you got to wonder then, who is that going to be?
Right, and you know, how smart is Sal and Miss Allie with this entire acquisition, this whole new Allie's Angels? That's what they're calling it?
We got to wonder what Charlie Cash is thinking about all of this also. He's also got, next week we're going to see that. There's a 3-way match coming up. Cash Vault defending the titles against Hot Like Lava and Corey Hollis and Chip Day.
If it's a Charlie Cash, I know he's probably having a fit in the back somewhere, throwing things, and he's probably upset because Adonis just turned his back on the Cash Vault, the entire group.
Well, if it's the Charlie Cash I know, he's enjoying a buffet backstage.
That's possible, too. But we got a great match right here. I mean, you look at it. I mean, Micah Taylor's a 0-1 United States champion. Adonis is, you know, he's done a lot in this business as well. So here you go. I mean, now one of them's going to be the #1 contender this one at the end of this one.
You're right on Micah Taylor, 0-1 American champion, been all over the world, literally tours everywhere, been up to Canada, over into Japan. Has wrestled all over the United States at one time, under contract for World Wrestling Entertainment, and now here is one of the stalwarts of Rampage Pro Wrestling. He's returned to Rampage, a 3-time Rampage Pro Wrestling heavyweight champion, and now in a #1 contender match, trying to get back a title that he dominated with for the early part.
I'm still in shock. I'm still absolutely in shock with this entire Miss Allie and Sal thing. And then this is just shocking to me. What a first night in the job.
Senior official Dustin Robinson tells him to lock it up, get going here. #1 contenders set up. Adonis needs to pay a little less attention to the crowd, a little more attention to his opponent. Don't want to turn your back on Micah Taylor. At ringside, watching, observing Sal Rinauro and Miss Allie. And Miss Allie, look of consternation on her face for sure, as into the ropes goes Micah Taylor, off shoulder block. Look at how the leverage he put into that. Bigger man's Adonis, but the man with the momentum was Micah Taylor. Takes the big man off his feet and now rolling to the outside, looking for a little advice, a little counsel, or at least a little time, is Adonis.
This is almost like the equivalent of a 20-second timeout in pro basketball. And, I mean, Miss Allie, you can see in her face, she is a woman scorned, and, well, you know what they say about that. So.
You know, fans, as we're taping this at the tail end of August, coming up in September 9th, in fact, we'll be back at Johnny G's for another television taping. I'm hearing something about some reality TV show, 9-year-old, the Learning Channel.
Have you ever seen this show, Bill?
No, I have not.
You better redneckinize.
Oh, is that what you have to do?
That is her catchphrase.
It is, and at 9 you can have a catchphrase.
Yeah, I guess so.
And you can have a name, Honey Boo Boo.
Yes, when you're a Toddlers and Tiara star and then a reality TV star and you're on the cover of People magazine, you can have anything you want.
And it appears she does.
Yes.
She still can supersize at McDonald's.
Yes, and so can her mother and her father.
That's right. And they're going to be here.
Yes.
Huh.
At the Fun Center.
The Family Fun Center. Well, that makes sense.
Yes.
It's a Family Fun Center. Bring a 9-year-old. Whoa.
That was a nice slap.
That's the thing we want to remind the fans. When you come to Rampage Pro Wrestling television tapings, you're not just be able to come to a taping. You can spend an entire day. Tremendous food at Johnny G's. Some of the greatest entertainment in Middle Georgia at Johnny G's, and some of the nicest people you'll ever meet. You get all of that right here at Johnny G's. And right now, Micah Taylor's getting all that he wants from Rob Adonis in the ring. Solid blows, forcing Micah Taylor to try to get some distance between himself and the big man. Now takes a ride to the opposite corner. No give over there, as in comes the big man with a forearm. Takes down Micah Taylor to his knees.
Now, Rob Adonis was out for a few months with the orbital socket injury. Is that correct?
Very much so. He was caught in the face by J-Rod in a tag match during the tag tournament that was held a while ago for the Rampage Cup.
Because he looks in phenomenal shape, so I guess he definitely was hitting the gym while he was unable to compete in the ring.
Well, wrestlers get very little time off. Fans, we're going to be taking a very short commercial break, but we'll be right back. We'll be keeping the cameras rolling. Stay with us. Fans, we're back, and for a ride goes Rob Adonis, launched high in the air by Micah Taylor. Micah Taylor on fire, fans, as we return to Rampage Pro Wrestling and our main event of this hour of television. And what an hour of television it's been, Josh Wheeler.
It has been unbelievable, and there you see the problems of Allie's Angels. You got two managers technically on the outside, I guess you can say.
And I can't imagine that Dustin Robinson's distracted by Miss Allie. How could that be possible?
I think the only people that would not be distracted by Miss Allie are probably the BFFs.
Well, they say the ladies love them. They say that.
They say that.
They do. They do. I heard them say that.
They do say that.
There is no physical evidence of
Someone's giving them gifts, I guess you can say.
It's the gifts that keep on giving.
Yes.
Large jars of protein.
With glitter.
With glitter. And protein leans them somehow. I've yet to figure that out. And yet I've yet to see them lean.
That is true.
No, it is true. Acetyl L-carnitine HCl, that will lean you.
And Rob Adonis has now got the advantage on Micah Taylor as he throws him back in the ring.
Only a 2 count right there. Adonis going for the cover. Micah Taylor, though, you're not going to take him out without a major fight. And so far, he's been victorious in all his singles competition since returning to Rampage Pro Wrestling, thrown hard, and you can see there's absolutely no give. It's more likely the ring's going to move than anything that's going to move in that corner.
And I noticed Adonis is definitely using a more slow, methodical pace, probably to avoid any ring rust being shown from his injury layoff.
Now again, he goes for the ride, and again into the corner, and the punishment that Micah Taylor is taking to the upper and lower back. It's the reason why so many professional wrestlers end up having to seek care from experienced medical professionals, chiropractors, is the amount of abuse they take and the schedule that wrestlers maintain. There's really no rest period. We've talked before, in almost every professional sport, at least major professional, baseball, in the case of football, there's very little actual action and an awful lot of space in between it, but in wrestling, there is no break. You're constantly going.
That's right, and then, you know, in wrestling, there are no pitch counts for pitchers. There is no innings limits. There is no carry counts like in football with running backs or things of that nature. You are constantly in there for the duration of your match, and you feel every single thing that happens to you.
Micah Taylor trying to figure a way to gain an advantage, smashes down on the toe with his boot, and now he's managed to come free, and Micah Taylor launches a solid uppercut, but you can see he's still trying to get his sea legs under him, ducks a clothesline, and now he's gone to the outside, and he's going to introduce himself to Sal Rinauro. And I'm not sure this is the right tactic, because that's what happens when you take your eye off of the prize in the ring. And remember, #1 contender match. Whoever wins this match will get an opportunity at whoever is the heavyweight champion after next week's main event, where Kyle Matthews takes on Charlie Cash's mystery opponent. And of course, reminding fans, this is all part of Sizzlin Summer Bash. You're getting to see a lot of it on television, but there's one thing you're not going to see on TV, and you're going to have to go out and buy the DVD.
You will not see the Double Jeopardy tag match.
No, you will not. Doc Gayton, AJ Steele teaming up. Maybe they're like a usual suspects-y kind of team at some level, but Murder One on the other side with J-Rod That's in play, and you said double jeopardy, stipulations all over the place, major consequences for this match regardless of who wins, who loses.
Right, exactly, and it's going to be a fight. It's going to be something that you definitely want to see on DVD.
What we saw early in this program, Dr. Gayton outright attacked in the middle of welcoming the mayor of this fine
right, in
city
front of the
Warner.
mayor. That's how devious Murder One and J-Rod have become. In front of the mayor, they're going to attack Dr. Gayton, Doc Gayton, who's, a symbol of excellence in this community.
Adonis stands up, inside out, takes him all the way over.
Beautiful clothesline.
Micah Taylor down, and Sal Rinauro telling Rob, get on him, get on him, get him. Oh! Sal thought it was 3 right there. I can't say that he's wrong. That looked like it was going to be. But again, Micah Taylor, ton of fight in this man. But now Sal Rinauro choking him on the outside as Miss Allie watches approvingly, hands on hips. Now very appreciative. High fives on the outside. High fives.
I have noticed something about Allie's Angels. It looks like she is definitely in control of the situation. She's got Sal doing her dirty work. She's got Rob Adonis doing her dirty work. She is not getting her hands dirty today.
Seems sort of odd Miss Allie be able to draw all these men to her. Wonder why that happens.
I have no idea.
Solid blow to the midsection. Micah Taylor managing to keep the fight going after all that's been done to him. Just remarkable endurance by Micah Taylor. And now block of that as he goes for suplex, tries for suplex again. The back not allowing him, but look at the strength shown by Rob Adonis. Takes him over. Micah Taylor quickly flips over to his stomach. You can't be pinned there, and Adonis needs to be paying more attention to the man on the mat, less attention to the crowd. You're not going to be a #1 contender by getting crowd approval. You're going to have to pin this man. Now he's hooked him, wrenches back. Sort of a form of a Cobra clutch, but he doesn't have his full weight placed on the back. Now, rear chin lock as he wrenches in, tries to put some pressure not only on the chin, not only on the back, but tries to cut the blood flow off on the right side where the carotid artery is.
He's definitely using the weight advantage now to his advantage, and this has got to sap whatever energy is left of Micah Taylor out of him.
A lot of leverage. Rob Adonis, the larger man. Both men, large men. Rob Adonis, the larger man, is able to get a lot of leverage. Micah Taylor smartly trying to force that elbow up, get some wind, and now gets to a vertical base. Turns into his man. Solid elbow. Manages to break free with that. Lands another blow, but he needs some space, and he's trying to find it, trying to get that second win. Knows he has to bring the fight to Rob Adonis. He can't wait for him no matter how much pain he's in.
That was an uppercut.
And there might be much more in the tank, but Micah Taylor's going to try to, and he rolls through, covers, doesn't hook the leg, and that was the only mistake there, but it gave him an opportunity to try to get an advantage in this match where Rob Adonis has been dominating.
And Rob Adonis pushes right back in the corner, which is going to affect the back.
Now Rob Adonis goes up, forcing him back into the corner. Adonis, though, again, posturing for the crowd. That's a mistake. And he eats a turnbuckle for it. Solid clothesline after clothesline in the corner. Adonis rocking back and forth. And a discus clothesline takes down the big man. No, only a 2 count, but not a lot of kick out there for Rob Adonis. Miss Allie, a little bit of worry on her face on the outside as she watches the big man, but Adonis hits the ropes, comes off only to catch a couple of feet to the face. Cover, hooks the leg. This could be it. No.
That was a close one right there, that drop kick. Rob Adonis is definitely starting to show a little bit of fatigue.
Goes behind, waist cinch, force back again. And the back of Micah Taylor has to be hurting him tremendously. Pump handle takes over Micah Taylor. Adonis showing considerable strength late in this main event match here for television. Match from Sizzlin Summer Bash.
That was very close. That was a 2 3/4 right there.
Remind you fans, if you want to keep up with all the action, everything going on in Rampage Pro Wrestling, that'd be RampageProWrestling.net. Also check us out on Facebook. Like the page. It's always a good idea to go like the page. We like when you do that.
Going for for a huge body slam here.
Oh, but he managed to force himself through. Drop toe hold, rolls through. Now he's got him hooked, crossface. Crowd wants a tap out of this situation. Rob Adonis close enough to the ropes. He made a. Here comes Sal Rinauro. Referee Dustin Robinson.
He is tapping.
And there's a tap right there. We're seeing it, but referee has to call for the bell.
And I noticed Micah Taylor, when he had that crossface, locked his hands right in the eye socket of Rob Adonis, which is very smart there, knowing the injury.
Now Sal Rinauro, I guess you could say, doing his job, sacrificing himself. And here comes Mr. Adonis. Hook.
There's a German.
Goes through the cover, hooks the leg. There's one. There's two. We got a number one contender.
Micah Taylor has defeated Rob Adonis, and
to the RPW
Allie's Angels not so successful on their first night out.
Micah Taylor. Micah Taylor, your winner.
Tremendous match here. Sizzling Summer Bash is going to continue, but not this week of television. We're at the end. It's all over. We're done for a week of TV, but you know what? We'll be back next week.
Next week, we get the huge main event title match.
That's right. More of Sizzlin Summer Bash, three-way match for the tag team titles, heavyweight title. Whole lot more next week. Fans, you're not going to want to miss it. Be there.
Well, we have seen the return of Miss Allie and Allie's Angels LLC. I'm not sure what to make of that. We have a new number one contender in Micah Taylor. All that has happened, and what a program we've got lined up for you next week on Rampage Pro Wrestling Television. The heavyweight championship will be up for grabs as Kyle Matthews defends against Charlie Cash, Mystery Man. That's right, his mystery opponent. We'll find out what happens next week right here on television. For Josh Wheeler and Bill Behrens, I'm Dan Masters. We'll see you next week.